Hi, so another resource that we're going to be using with remote learning is called Nearpod. You'll actually notice on the side here, it's already on Schoology. It's right here. So we don't have to leave Schoology to use it. And you don't need a username or password. So I am in our reading folder for August 20th. These are your assignments for tomorrow. Okay. So your assignment number 2 says use code EAWRZ to complete the practice lesson. So I'm going to do it as a pretend student to show you what a Nearpod lesson looks like. So all I have to do is click this, and it actually will load right in here without even using this code. Very cool. So what you're going to do is it says, welcome to your lesson. You're going to type your name in this box right here. Now, because we have multiple students with the same name or similar names, I want you to make sure you type your first name, space, and then your last initial. Okay? So if your name is Jackson P, then you would type Jackson, space, and then a capital P, so that I can make sure I know who is who, because I will get the report with whatever name you put right here. Now I'm going to put sample because I'm doing a pretend one. And once I have my name typed in, then I'm going to click join lesson. And here we are. Here's our lesson on character traits. Okay. To go to the next slide, it's a lot like PowerPoint. I'm going to click the arrow. If I went too far or I missed something or I need to go back, then I can click this blue arrow, okay? So this black and white arrow up here is your menu, which only really tells you your code and an exit option. All right, so character traits. Let's begin. These are my directions. This is character traits. Get ready to put your knowledge to the test. Today, you will complete a few fun activities that will help you practice and deepen your knowledge of the ways authors depict a character's traits. So make sure you read these slides. It's not going to read them to you. Let's get started with vocabulary. Okay, here's my directions. They pop down right here. It says match the character trait with its definition. All right, so it's a matching game. So I can hit this blue arrow right here to make it go away. Now, first, let's look at these vocab words and make sure we know what they all are. So I have generous, selfish, impatient, dishonest, brave, kind, shy, determined, clever, greedy. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first definition on the first row. It says having a very difficult time waiting. Oh, that sounds like someone who is impatient. So I am going to, well, maybe click this one, and then I'm going to click the word impatient, and it turned green and went away because that was correct. My next one says setting your mind to something and sticking with it no matter how challenging. That to me sounds like a very determined person. So I'm going to click this, and I click determined, and they are matched. All right, I'm going to go to my next definition, smart. Okay, so I know smart and clever are synonyms. They mean the same thing. But let's do the wrong answer just so I can show you what it would look like. So I'm going to click smart and dishonest. They turn red and they turn back to where I can use them again, just like as if it was a matching game. You would turn it back over. So let's match smart and clever. All right, somewhat scared or timid around other people. Well, if you're scared or timid around other people, timid is also another synonym for the word shy. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to say that character is shy, and they're a match. Willingly shares what they have. Ooh, someone that shares their stuff willingly and doesn't complain, and they'll just give anybody anything. They are a generous person. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to click generous. Not telling the truth. Ooh. If you don't tell the truth, then you are a dishonest character. So I'm going to click that. Match it with dishonest. Mainly concerned with yourself and your own needs. Well, that sounds very selfish, doesn't it? So I'm going to match that with selfish. Not afraid to face dangerous or scary situations. Well, if you're not afraid, then you're probably pretty brave. So I'm going to click that and brave. Having a strong, excessive desire for something. Okay, so if you really, 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 really want something, maybe you're being greedy. And nice is a synonym for kind. And my matching game is done. You may review the correct pairs or continue with the lesson. Okay, we are going to go to the next page. Moving on to identifying character traits based on sentence clues. All right, so it says, match the character trait with the sentence that demonstrates it. Now I'm going to click this blue arrow to make my directions go away. So these are the same vocabulary terms that we just discussed, okay? Now the red cards are going to be situations, and we have to match which of these vocabulary words describe the character in that situation. The little boy shared his bag of chips with his 3 friends, even though he was very hungry and that was his only snack. So if he was very willing to share his items, even though he was hungry, I would say that he's probably being very generous. Okay, you see how that works? So you're going to read all of these. I'm not going to read all of them because I don't want to tell you every answer. And then you can move on. You need to make sure you answer all of the questions before you move on. Don't do what I just did, because it will tell me if you finished your assignment or if you only did part of it. Write a sentence or two that would show a reader that a character is greedy. Billy wouldn't share any of his toys at the party. Okay, so there's one sentence. Notice my sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a period. And now to go to the next line, you may not know how to do this, so I'm going to tell you. If you hit the Enter key, it'll take you to the next line. Now it says write a sentence or two, so you can write one sentence or 2 sentences. Okay, so let's say that Nancy refused to share her cookies with her sister. Okay. You could also say that someone grabbed all of the cookies so that no one else could have them. There's many ways that you can show that a character is greedy. So those are my 2 sample sentences. Please do not copy my sentences. I want you to come up with your own sentences. And now that I've answered this question, because this question is part of my assignment, I'm not going to just hit this blue arrow. I need to hit submit. That means turning it in. So I hit submit and it turns it in. And now it's going to a poll. Now you learned what a poll was this week when you did your pet poll. So on the top it says, how confident do you feel about your understanding of character traits? So A, B, and C. These are the colors here. I'm confused means stop. Like you don't understand character traits. I need more practice is yellow. It's like slow down. I need to practice more. And then green is go. I'm ready to move on. I feel that I'm ready to move on. So I'm going to click C. And I'm going to hit submit because I want to turn that answer in. And thank you. And that's it. And I'm finished. So that's the whole Nearpod lesson. Now you are going to go in to your reading folder for today. Well, you should already be there because you're going to be watching this video. You're going to watch this video. Once you're finished with this video, then you're going to go and do the same thing I did and click the lesson link and complete your Nearpod lesson. Have fun!